All right, thank you. Just thanks for having me. And this is the opportunity to say hello to Sylvia and all the people over there. Just hi. And I just wanted to let you know just a little bit of the preview of a new project related with corporate venturing. In this case, the main focus is scaling impact through the corporate startup partnership. And it's a new project that it's about to start with the IDB group and specifically with the IDB lab support and why it is going to play a relevant role in all the coordination of the project. And it's the idea obviously is to complement the many other projects that you are already working on the Caribbean and also in other countries that are seeing corporate venturing as a very relevant thing in terms of development and in terms of how to work together, big corporations and create value with startups. And just a little bit of information that probably you already know, but it's relevant to understand the context. Of course, that COVID-19 has been a very relevant challenge for Latin America and the Caribbean, like in other regions. And some of the facts are that only 8% of the global population, the region has registered more than 25% of the global fatalities. So it's a very sad, but it's a real fact in terms of what this COVID problem has in our region. The economy has suffered a historic contraction of 7.4% of regional GDP, which is that's a huge challenge to recover from that. More than 39 million people have lost their jobs. 45 million have fallen into poverty. Especially middle class are having a lot of problems with this COVID-19, and obviously the more vulnerable population as well. And extreme poverty is expected to increase from 12.1% to 14.6%, which is obviously not good news in terms of these challenges. But one of the important things to have in mind is the startups are agents of positive change, but entrepreneurs are struggling to survive and scale. And that's a reality in many of the countries that we are working with. And due to COVID-19, some of the facts are that entrepreneurs are struggling with, just for example, 84% have seen their cash flow severely deteriorated, which is very obvious. And some of these companies that don't have like a very digital strategy related with their e-commerce or things like that, obviously have a bigger challenge. 75% reduce their productive activity, and 53% stop selling, which is obviously not very good news. But this, and also big corporations can have a big role supporting and scaling startups, and that's a relevant mix you have there. Just to have some facts, corporate venture globally, it's back funding soared to an all-time high of 73.1 billion in 2020, which means that this practice is growing and growing. And it's an increase of 24% from 2019. So it's good news because corporations obviously are seeing a big opportunity to work with the startups and to invest in the startups and help them to scale up and to improve their business. And in Latin America specifically and the Caribbean, only 16% of the larger companies have any sort of corporate venturing mechanism, versus 75% of the Fortune 100 companies using a strong mechanism such as CVC. So the challenge and the gap is big, but we are doing something related with that. Activities are highly concentrated in 7 cities, which is the main relevant cities in Latin America and the Caribbean has practices of CBC. So we need to expand this reach of these initiatives. And only 25% of companies engaging in the region are Latin American founded. So another challenge with CBC. So the main focus here and in this preview of corporate impact project is that we need to join forces to scale innovation and that can transform the region. And one of the things that we're going to do, among others, is developing a network of corporations that invest and partner with innovative startups to scale their impact in Latin America and the Caribbean. So we are going to set up this network. We are inviting many companies that are doing corporate venture in the region, and also bringing new startups to start to work together. So what's the main that we are committed with? Well, first, it's the main focus of the projects are accelerating digitalization for social inclusion, which is a very relevant thing in the region, boosting economy's opportunity for MSMEs in having this interaction with big corporation, strengthening sustainability and resilience in value chain, which is also a very relevant part of this project, on energizing and democratizing entrepreneurship ecosystem. At the end of the day, to improve the quality of an innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem, you need to have more corporates involved in the startup activity and interaction. Well, other things that we'll be working on is raising awareness in terms of the relevance of corporate venturing and the importance of capacity building in these matters. Accelerating corporate startups partnership, some fostering corporate venturing initiatives, and bringing the main actors in this CVC industry. Co-financing opportunities. Obviously, you need to have like investments in this area. Otherwise, it's going to be more complicated to have a good CVC. And the timeline in terms of launch is where we're going to be working, and in probably in a couple of weeks, we're going to give you more information about the selection of the partners, the kickoff meeting that we're going to invite many companies and to set the agenda of what we're going to do for the next 3 years with this project, setting the working groups in different areas of corporate impact venturing, and a specific summit about these things. Well, obviously, the funding partners is just, as you know, the IDB group, specifically with the IDB Lab, WIDA, and I hope to give you more information soon in the next week. So that's it. Thank you for your time, and thanks for the opportunity to let you know a little bit more about this corporate impact venturing project.